Hello all, Tot here with a new video. You see, I really love BJJ, as I've said on this channel dozens of times. There's lots of evidence for it, and you know what I really love about it? The expression. Not just on the mat, but off it. How people hold themselves, people portray themselves. It's a very eclectic cast of characters, to say the least. If my video of John Donner here did not put that perspective. And I love going to tournaments. There's one coming up this Sunday, but I don't think I won't have the money. And there's gonna be one in January. I think I'm gonna go to. Try to. That's hopefully I can win or get something better than a bronze. I'm a 3 bronze man. I fought for it like first though, to be fair. Didn't slouch or think I was gonna lose. That's not how this works. I kept that fire going, as small as it was. It was still mighty in its own way. When you go to tournaments, you can actually buy merch. Now, I don't know if this gentleman goes anywhere else. He's from Chicago, I believe. It's First Roll. It's one of my favorite stores. And he made this one. He made this souvenir jacket. Now I'll get on later why it's one of my favorites, but the art of savagery. It's a very beautiful motif. The Japanese samurai, the oni. Change, chaos, war. You feel all that on the mat. I mean, if you don't want to compete, that's fine. I've known several people who just do it once or haven't done it in years, so you do what you want. I would like to compete, though. This is my path. I need to work on my movement, my nerves, and my tactics. Gotta go from speed and strength to systems and sequences. Plan ahead. I have a couple sequences I'm going to work on my dummy till I have them ingrained. Because if there's one thing I've learned in BJJ, the more stuff you can make automatic, the better. The less things you need to worry about. Because you're not going to do a single roll without shrimping, bridging, hip escaping, recovering, returning guard. You know what I mean? It's just not going to happen. It's not a real roll, then, in my opinion. It wasn't. It depends. But in my opinion, those are the 4 basic movements. What I'd like to do a video on later, a movement I do for a warm up, for a solo drill, which I might keep implementing. Again, I have my little tiny wrestler's mat in my this room, my studio. I'm hoping to also get my physical trainer certification plus my corrective, and hopefully get some funds that way and also help the BJJ community. Because actually, I want to go to college for being a sports dietitian, but I've kind of grew out of that. I don't want to be a dietitian really. An extra year of my life gone for an internship. That's so much work that they'll even get matched for having a job. Oy vey. I don't think I can do that. I think I'm burned out on that. I would like to work more on my health promotion degree. And get nutrition coaching. I try to build habits. I can't tell you what to eat. But yeah. But why is this one of my favorites? Because, again, my book, Don't Become Prey, which again working on still, is based on the idea, the relationship between predator and hunter. Hunter versus prey. How this can shift. You see, I like doing reversals in BJJ. Now, they usually don't give you points, but they give you advantage. They give you position to where you can do something, and I much rather like them. And you can think of like escapes as active evasion, which will always beat passive defense. For instance, when I'm doing a closed guard, I'm squeezing somebody like I'm trying to impersonate John Voight from Anaconda, which is a good movie. John Voight in that film triangled people and blamed it on a giant snake. It's a good Saturday night cartoon. I mean, a Saturday night movie. Has Ice Cube, John Voight. Good movie. High recommend, but that's what I need to do is be like a boa or an anaconda. Be confident in my ability to strangle. Because they don't have to think about it. They just do it. It's just automatic. They just find you, wrap around you, and slowly take it out of you, draining your life force and wearing you down. You hear a lot of these videos, you'll hear about people getting cooked, as in they're getting pressured and all that. A lot of black belts like cooking people. I'm trying to serve up some prime rib, if you know what I mean. So, yeah. And there's another reason I really love this one. Because remember when I said about that, the hunter versus prey? Look what it looks like. Yeah, it's reversible. It's reversible. I really like this sign. No luck for the weak. I really like this one. It reminds me of one of my favorite symbols from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 4, Diamond is Unbreakable. Hoshikage Kira is the main antagonist, kind of insignia, which reminds me a lot about this. And I really love the no luck for the week because I saw a video recently by Benaro Ferreira, again one of my heroes. I'd love to do a video on him, where he said if you're not getting tapped in training, you're not learning. You want to win more in tournaments, tap more in training. I thought about that. That seems antithetical to the idea. But then I thought to myself a little more, just a little bit. What he's saying is explore, learn, deepen your understanding. You don't do that staying in the shallows. Because I used to do that. I had a sequence from start to bottom. Everybody knew it. And it got caught a lot. So it's like this constant novelty, this suffocating need for success and innovation where you learn what you can do. Because if you do one thing all the time, you'll be a one trick pony. I'm trying to expand my repertoire to other moves. I'm hoping to start using my dummy in respect of that to help my movement in other problem areas, especially my movement. It's not great. And again, staying tense. If I can just do some meditation or something, I don't know. I'm subscribed to several podcasts on BJJ, and I have several videos that I can watch for getting out the nerves. So yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to become better, and you conform around the art. It doesn't conform around you and your expression of it. You gotta conform around it and make it work for you. These techniques are nearly thousands of years old. It's not their fault if you can't do them. That's what I've learned really well. Another thing I remember hearing is that from a black belt I know said that BJJ is very much an individual sport. It took me a little bit to understand that. I mean, yeah, I've got my boys I roll with, I got my gyms I go to, but at the end of the day, it's what I do on and off the mat that matters. And I don't ever want to be somebody else's limiting factor. I always propone your own self as the limiting factor, as what I did in my first book and I will also do my second. You gotta be your own limiting factor. You must be like the wolf, changing, learning, adapting, surviving. Because again, BJJ, it's better to be a survivor than a winner. And like I said in a previous video, 9% of blue belts don't quit after that, which they're either burned out, which I'm worried about. I'm trying to go past that. They have learned enough, which, to be fair, a blue belt should be able to defend themselves against somebody that's untrained, which would be a lot of people. And I don't know. To each their own. Things get in the way. Life gets in the way. I can't tell people to abandon their children or family for BJJ. That's just kind of insane. You're never going to win that war. So yeah, here's another one I love really much. I was at the Worlds, and I got this one. It's from Pitbull. Very good rash guard. Very breathable, very tight, in all the right places. Highly recommend them. And look at that cool dog. I have a Pitbull. It inspired me to get to this Pitbull with this. And yes, and I want to turn it around right now. You will be shocked and amazed. Masters of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And I really like the words on the back. You know, a black belt is a white belt that never quit. And That's so true. Keeping that learning, that basic ideology of wanting to constantly grow and learn again, tapping more than submitting should definitely be that what happened, what went wrong, and try to reverse engineer it. And it also has Christ the Redeemer on it. Really like that. Another one it says on the back is Jiu Jitsu, it's not who's good, it's who's left. Then again, with the 9% get out rate for blue belts, that's 100% true. Because a lot of people I know personally don't do Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. I can't just go to somebody's house and start rolling with them. They'd be asking a lot of questions. Maybe calling somebody, but I don't know. And yeah, I don't know. Here's another piece of wear. One of my favorite rash guards. I'll tell you why soon. It's one of my favorites. It's now become also one of my lucky one. Again, hold your hold your horses. I'll get to that soon. And it's this one. It's why this is the one why I have problems with getting a rash guard on right that has one side and one only. Look at that. Look at that. Imagine that coming at you. I love this thing. I love wolves. My books have them. My art has them. My poems even mention them. I really like them. So the more I can get, the better. And also, again, I turn around, you can't escape a wolf. It's relentless. It will pursue you. It's so simple and elegant in that way. That's just no fluff, no guff, all the right stuff. And yeah, and designing clothes is very hard. I tried designing some shirts. They're on my Etsy store. I probably never sell any. But at least I tried. At least I tried. I'm not trying to make this a big commercial about me, but I can understand where they're coming from. It takes a lot of work to be an artist. To be a good one, much more. But I'm trying to get my expression out using the mat as a canvas. So yeah, I would like you all to think on that. About what drives you in BJ, something you really like. Something I never knew I thought I like was fashion, because I'm very fashion phobic. I'm not very good at it. I don't really care, but I want to look good when I'm getting trained or training somebody else. It's just genuinely behavior. Okay, it's just polite. It's just professional, and I always want to be professional. So thank you. This was a little long winded on the culture and ideology I think behind what I love BJJ for, and how I integrate it into my work. So thank you. Have a good night. Like, share, and subscribe.